as we are off and running on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. First carry now for Kareem Hunt.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. From the gun, here's Newton. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Out of the gun, Newton. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. A shotgun snap for Newton. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. On third and short. Drake. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
On fourth down, Newton. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Here's Dolgala. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Dolgala. And that is incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but now it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Throwing is Dolgala. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race. But how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Second and 11. And his throw is incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. From just shy of midfield, Newton under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Deion Jones in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third and long, it's Newton. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 24. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Falcons 7. Patriots nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10. And they're on the 17-yard line. Okay, here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Newton steps away to his left. He'll run it, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to try and go deep again. And got his man complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. And now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Back to throw again. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Falcons push further out in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this 1st half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. Spins by. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
1st and 10 at their own.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side. coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Dancing away at the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
At the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
They'll look to throw here. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons will extend their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener that makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now.
On the return, the Patriots take over 1st and 10. At their own 16-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Newton eluding the pressure right. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Patrick Owasor, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
So now after the sack, Cam and the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long.
From the gun, Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's caught. Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
And this carries into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10
at their own 14-yard line.
And right away, he'll look to throw.
And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
2nd and 6. At the 31-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Off play action. Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Now a first down carry by Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Patriots 45-yard line.
2nd and 11 now.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This one caught by Ridley.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Here's Dolgala.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Intended target on that one, Russell Gage.
But it's going to be 2nd down.
There defensively.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Now Dolgala.
Caught on the right side by Jones.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing is Dolgala.
Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll look to throw again. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Falcons 35, Patriots nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
18 on the play.
From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
They're on the 25-yard line.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Out of the gun, Newton. Man open left side is Brown. He's at the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0.
Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And this carries into the end zone. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Newton. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Complete to Kareem Hunt.
big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Falcons, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener.
And they will hit the road next week to take on